you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. I was born by God's dear grace in an extraordinary place where the stars and the stripes and the eagle flies. It's a big old land with countless dreams, and happiness ain't out of reach. Hard work pays off the way it should. Seen enough to know we've got it good, with the stars and stripes and the eagle flies. There's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe, and there's a bell that still echoes a price that it costs to be free. I pledge allegiance to this flag. If that bothers you, well, that's too bad. But if you got pride and you're proud you do, hey, we could use some more like me and you, where the stars and the stripes and the eagle flies. There's a lady that stands in a harbor for what we believe, and there's a bell that still echoes a price that it costs to be free. No, it ain't the only place on earth, it's the only place that I prefer. Love my wife and raise my kids, yeah, the same way that my daddy did. Where the stars and the stripes and the eagle fly, where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly.
We were tuning up, getting ready for the show that night, checking the sound, making sure everything was alright. I said to the young stagehand, "Where is your American flag?" And he looked at me a little funny and said, "Somewhere in the back." When he dug her out, she was all faded with age. He said, "Why do you want that ragged thing on your stage?" I said, "Son, you don't know my feelings for this land. That flag means more to me than this guitar in my hand. It's my American pride, flying higher than the Rocky Mountains. And Lord, I love to see that eagle fly. And what so many heroes fought and died for, something people just don't feel much anymore. I'm proud of everything that old flag stands for, and I'm not afraid to show my American pride. American pride. were packing it up after we finished the show. And that young man said, "Can I see you before you go?" With tears in his eyes, he said, "I hope that y'all come back." And I stood there as I watched him gently fold that flag. With American pride flying higher than the Rocky Mountains, and Lord, I love to see that eagle fly, and watch so many heroes fought and died for. Something people just don't feel much anymore. Yeah, I'm proud of everything that old flag stands for, and I'm not afraid to show my American pride. So why don't we all stand up for the red, white, and blue? It's a more than just three colors she waves for me and you. With American pride flying higher than the Rocky Mountains, and Lord, I love to see that eagle fly, and watch so many heroes fought and died for. Something people just don't feel much anymore. Oh, I'm proud of everything that old flag stands for, and I'm not afraid to show my American pride. Let us hear it, America, let us hear it.
That's a good one.
I hear people say we don't need this war. I say there's some things worth fighting for. What about our freedom? And this piece of ground didn't get to keep them by backing down. And they say we don't realize the mess we're getting in. Before you start your preaching, let me ask you this, my friend. Have you forgotten how it felt that day to see your homeland under fire and her people blown away? Have you forgotten when those towers fell? We had neighbors still inside, going through a living hell. And you say we shouldn't worry about Bin Laden. Have you forgotten? Took all the footage off my TV, said it's too disturbing for you and me. It'll just breed anger, that's what the experts say. If it was up to me, I'd show it every day. Some say this country is just out looking for a fight. After 9/11, man, I'd have to say that's right. Have you forgotten how it felt that day to see our homeland under fire and our people blown away? Have you forgotten when those towers fell? We had neighbors still inside, going through That's what they're fighting for. Have you forgotten all the people killed? Yeah, some went down like heroes in that Pennsylvania field. Have you forgotten about our Pentagon? All the loved ones that we lost and those left to carry on. Now we don't have to worry about Bin Laden. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten?
Yeah! Wow.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I saw her from a distance as she walked up to the wall. In her hand she held some flowers as her tears began to fall. And she took out pen and paper as to trace her memories. She looked up to heaven, and the words she said were these. She said, Lord, my boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And oh, I'd love to see him just one more time, you see. All I have are the memories and the moments to recall. So Lord, could you tell him that he's more than a name on a wall? She said he really missed the family, being home on Christmas Day. And he died for God and country in a place so far away. I remember just a little boy playing war since he was 3. But Lord, this time I know he's not coming home to me. She said, Lord, my boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And oh, I'd love to see him, but I know it just can't be. So I thank you for my memories and the moments to recall. But Lord, could you tell him that he's more than a name on a wall? Lord, could you tell him that he's more than a name on a wall?
No, that's awesome. Rock it, man. Thank you, T. Graham. Thank you, Dailey.
Out of service, thumbing through the classifieds, when an ad that said old Chevy somehow caught my eye. Lady didn't know the year or even if it ran, but I had that $1,000 in my hand. It was way back in the corner of this old ramshackle barn, with 30 years of dust and dirt on that green army tarp. When I pulled the cover off, it took away my breath. What she called a Chevy was a '66 Corvette. And I felt a little guilt as I counted out the bills, but what a thrill I got when I sat behind the wheel. I opened up a glove box, and that's when I found the note. The date was 1966. This is what he wrote. He said, "My name is Private Andrew Malone, and if you're reading this, then I didn't make it home. But for every dream that shatters, another one comes true. This car was once a dream of his, back when it was new, and he told me to take her and make her my own. And I was proud to be riding with Private Malone." Well, it didn't take me long at all, I had her running good. I loved to hear those horses thunder underneath her hood. I had her shining like a diamond, and I'd put the rag top down, and all the pretty girls would stop and stare as I drove her through town. Oh, the buttons on the radio didn't seem to work quite right, but it'd pick up that oldie show, especially late at night. Sometimes in the mirror, then I turn real quick, I'd see a soldier riding shotgun in the seat right next to me. It was a young man named Private Andrew Malone, who fought for his country and never made it home. But for every dream that shatters, another one comes true. This car was once a dream of his, back when it was new. And I know I wouldn't be here if he hadn't tagged along. Oh, that night I was riding with Private Malone. Oh, thank God I was riding with Private Malone.
Yes, David Ball, y'all. Jimmy Caps, Michelle Caps,